What up, world? Welcome to another episode of the Brandon Janeau Show. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janeau Show. Social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, YouTube channel Brandon Janeau Show. That's where you catch this visual episode and all my visual episodes. Comment, subscribe, like. Hope you guys enjoy this episode because tonight it's the debate. Oh, yeah, the debate. Now, when I was coming up with this debate, I was like, who should I do a debate on? Who's an artist I haven't done a debate on, but have a really great, discography, and I fuck with their music, and they're one of the best artists that I've heard. And I've done it before, but I just never did one on this person, and that is the one, the only, Chris Brown. Chris Brown's been doing this for a long fucking time. Good God, since what, 06? 05, 06? Shit, yeah, like 05, 06? Fuck. Yo, this nigga, this nigga been doing this shit for like 20 years. God damn, like close to 20 years. That's fucking ridiculous. Um, but he's had a hell of a career. Hell of a career. So I was like, okay, how am I going? I'm gonna do this debate. You got a couple of my favorite albums, clearly. So I chose my two favorite albums from him. And that is his debut album, Chris Brown, versus I think the peak of his success. Really, the some people say his comeback, but I think this is really where he really just became that fucking dude, and that's Fame. Let's get into it, man. As you know, debate, the debate. I go intro for intro, song for song, to the end, and if it's just 100% swayed one way, if it's 100% swayed one way, then that album would just obviously win. But if it's a tie, which or at least close, I will decide which album that I'm taking in this debate. So let's get into it. Chris Brown versus Fame. Let's get into it. Number one, the intros. Chris Brown, his intro versus Fame's intro. Deuces. Ah, shit. Y'all know me. I don't like a lot of songs that are like super the big hits. I don't particularly like them like that. But Deuces is one of those songs that just stands out in this discography that you gotta just give love to. So going Deuces. Track two. Second, Up to You from Fame versus Run It featured Joel Santana. Up to You is a dope ass song. But the first song he ever dropped was Run It. And Joel Santana is one of my favorite rappers of all time. So yeah, Run It takes it. Track three. Yo, excuse me, miss, from Chris Brown versus No BS off of Fame. This shit's hard. Like this shit. Yeah, this shit a little different. This shit hit a little different now. No BS is the shit. That bitch is a banger. Like that bitch is fire, bro. That beat, oh, that song is dope as a motherfucker. But I ain't fucking with Excuse Me Miss. I'm sorry. It's not fucking with Excuse Me Miss. It's just not fucking with it. I'm sorry, it's just not, man. Number four, Young Love off of Chris Brown versus four, Look at Me Now off of Fame. Bust Around verse alone gets the check. I mean, let's just be real. Busta Rhymes verse alone gets the check. Let's be real. All right, number 5. She Ain't You off of Fame versus Give Me That off of Chris Brown. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Here we go. Oh shit. Here we go. I fuck with Give Me That. The remix with Wayne is the dopest remix. But She Ain't You uses one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, Human Nature. Now, technically, he used kind of like the SWV version of it, but it's still Human Nature by Michael Jackson, man. It's one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs of all time. Still got to do a Michael Jackson top 10 list. Um, yeah, I'm going to go with She Ain't You. Track 6, Said With Me versus Your Man Ain't Me. Yeah, going 6. Man Ain't Me. Winner is track 7 off of Chris Brown versus Yeah 3 times. I fuck with Yeah 3 times. That shit was actually a fire ass song. I fucks with it. But when it's fire. Ain't No Way is 8 off of Chris Brown versus Next to You featured Justin Bieber off of Fame. Oh shit! I thought I would be checking this many Chris Brown off of. This is different. Didn't think that'd be happening. Track 9 is What's My Name off of Chris Brown versus All Back off of Fame. All Back is my shit. That's my shit. I'm sorry. It's my shit. 10 off of Fame. Wet the Bed featuring Ludacris versus Is This Love. Yeah. Chris Brown and Ludacris make great music together. Them motherfuckers always make dope songs. Okay, I'm getting to the to a bit of a problem here. Okay, so 11 off of Fame is All My Love versus Poppin' off of Chris Brown. All My Love is my shit. It's one of my favorite songs by Chris Brown. One of my favorite songs. But Poppin' is like a legendary Chris Brown song. In the remix, is just as great. Oh my god, Jewel and Wayne on that remix? Bruh. Poppin' by itself is a dope ass song. Then you add to the fact that Jewels and Wayne is on that bitch. Yo, that shit is man legendary. Fucking legendary. Just Fine is track 12 off of Chris Brown versus Should Have Kissed You off of Fame. And then Beautiful People, track 13 off of Fame versus Say Goodbye off of. I fuck with Beautiful People, but they ain't fucking with Say Goodbye. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell that song is fucking with that. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so Chris Brown's got 7 checks. Chris Brown's got 7 checks. Fame has got 6. Chris Brown's debut album is legendary. One of the greatest debut albums probably for an R&B artist ever. With those songs that I just also listed off that album, dope as a motherfucker. But when you play both of these albums, I feel like Fame is still one of those albums that you remember because of where Chris Brown was at the time when he dropped his album. He was still trying to redeem himself for what happened with Rihanna, and I feel like this album became the album that literally made people realize this motherfucker's too fucking talented to just discredit and not give him a second chance, pretty much. Fame is a dope ass album. Chris Brown's a dope ass debut, but Fame is just it stood the test of time. I think when we look back at that album, when I say deuces and no BS and look at me now and she ain't you, it, this is some of my favorite Chris Brown songs. I'm gonna be honest, like popping and run it and excuse me miss and give me that and say goodbye, like them motherfucking bangers. It probably some of the greatest Chris Brown songs, but these are the songs I think defined his career more than anything. Deuces. Look at me now, like, bruh, she ain't you. Like, it's, yeah, man. Fame is, yeah. I think Fame is one of his best albums he's ever done. So I'm going with Fame, and I don't know why that album isn't considered a classic because I think it is. It's at that time in his career, 2011, that album came out, bro. That defined his career. Like it that was the make or break album for him. I know a lot of people say it was Graffiti. Graffiti was the album that he dropped right after the Rihanna situation. But this was the album that solidified him as the guy, and you could not deny that this motherfucker was talented. So yeah, Fame gets the dub tonight. Next debate. It's gonna be Justin Timberlake versus Ed Sheeran. It's gonna be artist versus artist. Can't wait, man. But until next time, I am Brandon Janeau. Fame takes the dub tonight. Goes to Chris Brown. Peace.